lovely wishes. Welcome back to Dandelion Stitches, where laryngitis or the end of bronchitis is the theme for today. So, but today I was smart enough to bring my drink, so hopefully we can work our way through this. So, welcome, happy Monday. It's Halloween. I apologize, I don't have a costume. I contemplated being Frida Kahlo because I am fascinated by the flowers she always wears in her hair, but due to the hacking and illness, I didn't get out to do anything about that, and I only have about 10 eyebrows between them, so that's, But anyway, I hope you're having an awesome Halloween and some fun with somebody, some little trick-or-treater, that is so adorable. But anyway, today we're going to talk about fat quarters. And I'm just going to kind of lay groundwork today. I do have a project, but we're just going to talk a little bit about fat quarters. When I started quilting, I was clueless. I didn't know what a fat quarter was. Luckily, I had a local quilt shop that had a table overrunneth with fat quarters, and she kept that thing stocked with random fat quarters. And for me, it was like going to the candy store. It was my first stop every time, was hitting up the fat quarter bin. So, and I have a lot of fat quarters. If I find a collection of fabrics that I really, really like, I will frequently buy the fat quarter bundle, and then maybe a couple of yards of two other coordinating fabrics with that bundle, so that I could do binding and background, or whatever I might need to be able to use that bundle for a quilt or something down the line. So excuse me, I'm sorry. Let's drink. One of these days we should have a drinking game of delicious Coca-Cola, because I do have a weakness for a strawberry margarita, but I can only stay conscious for a very short amount of time. So purchasing your fat quarters, almost every fabric collection will come out with a fat quarter bundle. There are some, especially on Etsy, I have found, that will offer just, one piece of fabric. You can get a fat quarter of that, and that's super cool. I've not seen a whole lot of like brick and mortar fabric stores that will cut you a fat quarter, but maybe some do. I don't know. So I would highly suggest that if you're trying to boost your stash with some fat quarters, that you get on Fat Quarter Shop. They have a bunch of clubs. I think they call them clubs. Yeah. And you can get, I think they come in bundles of maybe like a dozen. I'm not positive now. I should have done my homework better. But anyway, there are Moda Moderns. I belong to Moda Moderns and Low Volume, because I'm like a crow with something shiny. I always go for the bright and crazy. So my stash of low volume fabrics is like not so good. You can sign up for solids, the solid red, solid purple, solid, or whatever color of the month they're doing. They have reproductions. They've got, there's a bunch of different clubs that you can sign up for to get a monthly bundle of whatever that club is. And I got nothing, I'm not affiliated. I have no skin in the game with Fat Quarter Shop, but they do almost always have what I'm looking for, and their shipping is super reasonable. And if you go above a certain amount, it's free. And I think their usual flat shipping is $4.95. You can't, that's good. So I should have made notes. I think that's all I'm going to talk about without going to the overhead, because there's a couple other things. Yeah, I'm going to go to the overhead. I'm going to go to the, oh, I'm going to put in here first. I showed how to cut a fat quarter. If you have yard of fabric and you want to cut your own fat quarters, I worked at a fabric store for a while, so I know the scoop. So I went ahead and showed you how to cut your own fat quarter, just in case. So now we'll go to the overhead. All right, we're going to cut us a fat quarter. And here's the deal. And when I was a new quilter, and I'm assuming you guys probably know all about this, but when I was a new quilter, this made no sense to me. But here's the deal. So if you were to get a 1/4 yard of fabric, you would get 9 inches by approximately 40 inches. It kind of depends on the width, but it would be from selvage to selvage. So you would get a long strip of fabric, 9 inches wide, which is good for some things and not good for other things. But a fat quarter is 18 inches wide and about 21 inches long, because you're only going to get half of this selvage to selvage fabric. You're just going to get selvage to fold. So first thing for you to know is that the edges of your fat quarters are almost never, ever squared up. And that's not anything you can do about it. You're just going to have to square them up yourself. But so if you were at a fabric store and you said, I want to, well, they probably don't cut fat quarters. Never mind. If you worked at a fabric store and you were going to be cutting fat quarters, you would line up your ruler on the 18-inch mark and take your handy dandy and just cut all the way through. Whoops. Didn't get quite all the way to the edge there. And then you're going to turn it over to the fold. Lay that out. You're probably getting a lovely view of my hot rollers right now, and I apologize, but we're multitasking at the moment. So you're going to move that ruler all the way down to the very end where that fold is. Get it scooched right up as about as close as you can get it. You're not seeing anything, are you? Okay. And then you just cut that off. These little things come in kind of handy, so if you're going to cut a lot of them, don't throw them away. And then you have 2 fat quarters. Ta-da. So if you have a fat quarter of fabric, but you only need a small piece, I found this this chart, and I will link it down below along with anything else I talk about, of what you can cut from a fat quarter. So you can get 99 2-inch squares. You can get, as an example, you can get 12 5-inch squares, 6 6.5-inch squares, 9 6-inch squares. So, oh, excuse me, see, that's what I get for drinking. I found this to be kind of cool, and it does sort of give you a little bit of a layout of how to best lay out if you are going to cut up your fat quarter. So that's cool. So let's say you got a fat quarter or many fat quarters, and you're looking for something to make out of them. Well, you know me, you find yourself a book. However, Pinterest, just Google fat quarter patterns free. There are so many, but I like a book. So, I've got a few here that I thought I would just quickly show you. This one is, I think Exclusively Quilts. I think I made that one. I'm coming up to my marker. Let's see what this one was. Oh, not yet. Oh, goodness. Oh yeah, I thought that was cute. Simple. Your library, I found tons of books on fat quarters in the library. These Annie's quilting books, they're small but mighty kind of thing. There's always good stuff in there. I'm gonna do this one last. 50 fat quarter makes. I will tell you that a lot of, well, this one, I haven't looked at this one in a while. This one's got quite a few different, I was going to say a lot of them are pouches and totes, and but look at, this one's got pillows and, oh, look at that. Cute little sunny dress for your little person. That's cool. That's cool. Skirt. This is a good book. Oh, it's one of my favorite fabrics. Anna Maria Horner. Oh, hedgies? Hedgies or armadillos? Hedgies, okay. Another cute little dress. Pot holders. This one is new for me. I think it's fall that just makes me, it was the colors that really got me, but I'm kind of loving these. I know I usually like bright, but these are really sweet. And my sister has kind of inspired me to do some hand quilting. And one of these littler projects might be a good place to start, because a giant bedspread is not going to be it for me. She is so brave. She just will jump right on in there. So anyway, that's Joe's little favorites. Fat Quarter Christmas. This one has some really cute stuff in it. Kind of, well, pretty modern. I mean, this is cute, but are you going to make a belt for your presents? Oh, no, not gonna. Not gonna do that. I love these rosettes. In fact, I was going to put one of those on one of the projects I'm going to show you in a minute. There is this the book that's got fairy-like covers? I'm keeping looking, because I'm pretty sure. Oh, yeah, and it had cute holly. Napkin rings. Okay. I know you're here. Let's get on with it. Was that it? No. These trees are super cute. There they are. Look at this. If you've got fairy lights, you can put like little lampshades on them. I thought that was so cute. So, okay, so on to our project for today. I'm not going to actually go through the making of it because it's so simple. There is no point in even, it's so good. I made this bucket. I, as you probably have figured out by now, am crazy for a theme. Gotta have a drink. Hang on. When it comes to gift giving, I love some kind of a vessel and then fill it up with like just cuteness, with good stuff. This took me, I want to say half an hour. This is the fabric that I showed you. This was from Stephanie's Stitching. And I'll show it to you again at the other camera so you can get a better look at it. See, this is my trademark, strings. Holly and her strings. What is with you, girl? Why can you not get your strings cut? So it calls for 2 fat quarters and some Pellon Decor Bond. And I did not have that. All I had was Shape Flex. So in this one, I just put Shape Flex, 1 layer of Shape Flex. On this one, I put 2. And it stands up way, way better. I just thought that this idea of a Christmas, I loved this fabric. I don't even remember what this fabric was, but I loved this fabric. And so here's, I'm assuming this is supposed to be baby Jesus. baby Jesus and his angels who are making sure everything's good, stitched up for him, and his kitty and his little clowny. Did they have clowns back then? Probably. And then this little person. And then I just decided to get all like, you know, really bold and crazy. And I took an ornament star that I had done when we did Christmas in July and just pinned it on there. And I think it's pretty cute. So like I said, I'll show them to you again when we go to the other camera. So I think that's it for books. Or I have more Fat Quarter books. I have so many. I will link a couple of these, a couple that I think have some pretty good stuff in them. You can definitely make quilts with Fat Quarters without question. There are so many books out there for Fat Quarter quilts. Can't even tell you. So I'm going to go to the other camera. Well, I hope that was a good like intro to Fat Quarters. For a few Mondays now, I will do a project, a Fat Quarter project. And if I think it needs a tutorial, then we will do a tutorial. If you have any, things that you've been wanting to make with Fat Quarters or that you've been thinking about, let me know. If you've got a request, just let me know. So again, this is the little blue one. This one was kind of directional, and I really wanted these blue ones to go the other way. But the way this pattern was written, I needed the length to be the 21 inches, and there was no way for me to do that. But I still thought it was really cute. And I'm going to put hair stuff in there. And then this one, I didn't fold over quite as far. And it's Christmassy and cute and bright and happy, and would be, I think, a cute something to put a gift in. So for your hairstylist or your person, whoever that is. We have this is the end of Fat Quarters. So if you want to stop now, please feel free to do that. But I'm going to tell a short story about my dog. Our dog is an Australian Labradoodle. Her name is Dandelion, and she is very large. She's very tall. She's not a mini by any means. She's 75 pounds of dog, and she is very fluffy and soft, and our neighbors just adore her. So we had been walking her not too long ago, and a car pulled up, and it was this little elderly woman, and she just wanted to say hello. And that Dandelion, we have a in-ground fence, and so Dandelion is frequently in the front yard, and people see her as they go by. She wanted to just say hi and wanted to know if she could come down to see Dandelion sometime. We were sure, absolutely, please stop anytime. Well, she came over the weekend. Bless her soul. The sweetest, she had brought treats. She'd been to the grocery store and she had brought treats for Dandelion. And Dandelion is probably the most narcissistic dog we have ever had. But she understands what people need. And this woman just wanted to love on Dandelion. And so Dandelion was not, normally when Dandelion likes somebody, like really likes somebody, she barks and runs around and acts like a crazy animal. She did not. She was calm. She gave this woman a little kiss on her cheek. It was just, we're just not good enough for dogs. We're not. They're just so wonderful. We also have our post person, our UPS person, and the FedEx person. And they will all, if they're in the neighborhood, stop just to see her and bring her a treat. Not delivering anything, just in the neighborhood, wanting to see Dandelion. The UPS guy will lay on the horn, and Dandelion will know and jump up and look out the window, and we'll let her out the door. And he's a bigger guy, you know, and they will wrestle, and it's just, and I really want to do something for all these people for the holidays, some little something that I could just hand over to them to thank them for making Dandelion's day brighter and for, I don't know, just being loving people. It is the sweetest thing ever to see someone just stop to want to love on your dog. It's awesome. So that's my Monday sermon. I'm done now. If anybody's got suggestions on what I could fill these little things with to give to these people, please say so. So that's it. Be well, be safe. And I'll see you tomorrow for the end of our round 2 of Battle of the Boxes. Bye-bye.